This is Talk of Better World. Tell your mom.
Hey, and welcome back to Talk of Better Worlds. I'm SirFelixTheCat, and today I wanted to talk a bit about a game. So I was doing a live stream over the weekend, and it was just a random, no real topic live stream. Ended up just talking about news the whole time, but my original plan was to jump on there and talk a little bit about a game that I feel was just passed by. I've mentioned it before, but I feel it needs more attention. And that game is Bloomtown, A Different Story. This is a cozy game made by Lazy Bear. And yeah, it's really shockingly good. It's very poignant in its message. Get this going really quick, because I do want to talk about the loads or the main menu screen. So every once in a while when you load this game up, instead of saying Bloomtown, it's gonna, like, the B will be missing. It'll be like scratched out, and it's actually a G, so it's Gloomtown. This game is very Persona-esque in its nature, where yes, you're building up your bonds with other people in the town, and when you go into battle, it's more of like a turn-based adventure. So it feels a lot like Persona. Plus, you're using like your demon powers. The whole plot of it is your main character, the girl right here, and her brother end up having to come to Bloomtown to stay with your grandpa for the summer. And on your bus ride there, you start to really learn a lot about your main character and who she is as a person. She suffers from depression because one of the conversation options you have between your brother is like, hey, sometimes I just don't have the energy to get out of bed in the morning. And other little things that she says leads you on to understand, like, hey, this girl has depression. There's something going on with her. There's more underlying topics going on about why your parents sent you there. Your brother always talks about your dad. You're always talking about your mom when it comes to family issues. So, yeah, there's probably something big going on there. I haven't played enough of the game to really learn that much. I mean, there you go, Gloomtown. But yeah, I'm not going to start a new game. I'm just going to carry on from where I'm at and just show off the game while I play. And yeah, I don't have audio going just because, sadly, the audio for me that I'm hearing right now is very, very choppy. So I'll try to keep this interesting enough. Maybe I'll throw on a track. You're probably hearing something right now that I put on in editing. But yeah, so I went ahead, got up in the morning. I have my dog, who's actually one of my allies. He's a talking dog. Your room, just like Persona, you have like your desk to do some studying. You have a workbench to craft tools like lockpicks and everything. I have a record player and I collect records in the game. Hopefully the gameplay is not coming through all choppy, because that audio is terrible. Yeah, that was my grandpa. As in every cozy game I play, there needs to be like a farming aspect, and yes, you do have your farming, which I very much like in this game. I'm gonna go ahead and plant some wheat, so I got some wheat seeds, got some fertilizer, get that going. It's a great rainy day, so I don't gotta deal with anything, which is my favorite. When you play games like this, I don't know about you, but when I hit a rainy day, I get so happy. That means I can go out, not spend so much time in my garden, and just move on with life, do the quick things I want to do, and just bounce. Yeah, let's go ahead and finish up this. Gonna plant a couple mint seeds. That is not mint, that is lettuce. All right, so the gardening's now done. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go on with my day. My grandpa did get me a day job because, I'm just a kid. I don't have much money. So, I'm going to go to my day job, work a little bit as a grocery store clerk. Not really like running the cash register or anything, because that'd be interesting change. But more of like stocking the shelves and everything. So since I'm traveling, let me go ahead and show you my map. All right, so the map. The town is broken up into various different districts. You can see here in the top of the screen. It's not really the biggest town, but that's quite fine for what we're going to be doing today. But starting off with where your house is, there's your grandpa's house. You have like the big church. You have a candy store. You have a ramen shop. You have a what is this? A bathhouse right here, a public bathhouse, and then a laundromat. And then people live over here. And there's more going off that way, which is an empty lot, tree house, which picks up with the story of the game. But where we're at now, we have like the central district, business district. You have the library, you have a gym, a store that's not unlocked yet, the pawn shop, which acts as your armory. You have a lottery shop, a plant store to pick up your seeds, and the grocery store I'm going to work at, which is the one that's locked. It doesn't open until 10 o'clock. Right now it's 9:40. So I think I'm going to try to go over and do a little bit of fishing, and then I'll go work for the day. And you don't have to go work. I just want to build up some money so I can buy some good weapons, some good equipment before I go on to my dungeon crawling, which we're going to end up seeing later today. So let's go on with this. All right, so we made our way to the dock to go do some fishing. Let's go ahead, cast it. So the way this is done is you want to target where the fish are at, throw it, and hopefully you get a bite, which it's a timed hit. You see there, I missed. Not going to get anything. Let's go ahead and do another one, actually catch something this time. There we go. Got a fish. And I'm almost out of bait. All right, got some trout. I'm going to go ahead and buy some more bait from this guy because I think I just used my last one. All right. So I got some fish. I can use that to do some cooking later, which I might end up showing, might not. Depends on how long I feel like doing this. But for now, we're going to go ahead and head to work. Okay, so we made it to work. I'm going to go ahead and start my shift by interacting. You don't actually do anything here. You just get to watch this little cutscene of her walking around, adjusting the shelves. That's really it. She does that, checks these 4 shelves, and then stands there, and the day's over. So you work for 4 hours. You get build up your proficiency. Like I said, it's very Persona-esque in its nature for leveling up. You have your proficiency, smarts. Go ahead and pull this up. Where do I have that? There we go. So I have traits. As you see, I have, and it's not level 12, it's LVL 2. So for Charm, I'm level 2. Guts, I'm level 3. Go and read the description. Charm. Emily's charisma level. Helps her charm people and influence them in conversation. We have Guts, like I said, is level 3. Emily's courage level. Helps her make decisions and bold moves. Smarts. Emily's knowledge level. Helps her answer adult questions. That sounds creepy. And proficiency. Emily's level of competence helps her do certain things better. And it even shows you like what it affects directly. So crafting, gardening, cleaning for proficiency. Smarts is the crossword puzzle, which I passed up that. I might be able to show you before I turn this off for the day. But crossword puzzles, reading, book club. Like I said, you have that desk in your room. You can go ahead and read if you want to. This will affect how much of that book you read. And I believe it also unlocks better books, like more difficult books later. Which each book, besides just giving you smarts, it also levels up a certain thing. Like if you read the description of a book, if I have one on hand, which I think I do. All right, so this is the book I'm actually currently reading as the character. It's Miss Galvanizing, a book about England's first female electrician and an exciting industry novel that is sure to inspire those just starting their career. So this one doesn't just boost smarts, it also boosts my proficiency, which I like how they did that. I believe that's the same thing in Persona. I could be wrong. All right, so anyways, I got my money for working my 4 hours, $6 an hour, or $6 for 4 hours. Pretty big scam. But I'm going to go ahead and see if I can play lottery. So I bought an expensive ticket yesterday and won. I'm going to take a shot at the medium price ticket. It'll cost you 70 cents. Buy a ticket and you learn instantly if you win or lose. You win, so I won $1.05. All right. Now the real thing I wanted. I wanted to go to the pawn shop. Like I had mentioned earlier, the pawn shop is not just a place to sell things, but it's also your armory, where you're going to go ahead and buy all your new equipment. So for Emily, I bought this one yesterday. It's pretty decent for the first dungeon. I mean, there's quite a few options. You see, for how much I get paid per hour, it's pretty expensive. But $15 is Gretel, which attack 36, just 2 points up from where I'm at. Accuracy is 90, crit, well, you got stats and everything. Since I already got her a new weapon, I am going to check out Hugo, the dog that's following me everywhere, and see about getting him something better. Let's see. Right now, he's at 20 attack. Let's go ahead and spend a bulk of my money on this guy. So go ahead, buy, equip. Everybody also has their own roles to play in this, like any RPG. So Emily, your main character, is just basically your basic fighter. Hugo being the brawler. Chester is, I consider him your rogue. He uses dual blades, and he's the first character to start off with a gun. Which his gun that he brings is a toy gun, and just like Persona, you take a toy gun into the dark world, whatever you want to call it, and boom, it's a real gun, because the enemy thinks it's a real gun. But all right, so I can go ahead and sell my old equipment. And before I go further, I'm talking about two characters, Emily and Ramona. A reason I think people might not be as into this game as I am is, one, it deals with like the deep topics of depression, which Persona does the same thing. There's a lot of like bigger elements in there. But another thing it talks about is accepting who you are. And in this game, Emily finds out she is not straight. That might turn some people off that your main character is gay. I don't mind. It's the character. It's not me. I mean, I know who I am. I'm confident with who I am, so I don't judge others on who they are. All right, enough of that rant. Okay, so we are back home, and I had mentioned that you can catch fish, do some cooking, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. So, boiled brown trout. Takes 35 minutes of real time from your day, like not actual real time, but in-game time. So we're going to go ahead and craft this. It's going to take us to 5:03. It does a little fast forwarding thing. Boom. And boom, there we go. Level 4 proficiency. I love the little animations on this. They did such a good job. Okay, and the first recipe that you learn is to make bread. This will take me to 6:39, so I'll craft these. After this, we're going to go ahead and go into the dungeon. Okay, so that's enough food. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and go to the dungeon. So, whoops, not you. Did not want to talk to you. Okay, make a phone call. And then we're going to infiltrate the underside. So, yep, called all my teammates, and now we're going to meet up there. Where I'm at right now is actually a midpoint of a dungeon. So you get to a midpoint, it has a phone, kind of like when you're playing Persona or Persona 5, and you get to like one of those like hangout rooms, and you can like have your meetings there and whatnot. It's just a place to pick up from. So I'm not actually trying to progress through this. I at least just want to show some battling. So let's go find an enemy. All right, they got the first hit on me. Doesn't really change anything, just starts the battle. All right, so battling. As you see, we have spells, ranged, melee, guard, and items. Like I said, Emily is just your attacker, so that's all I'm going to do with her. Just attack. I missed, which is wonderful. Ramona being your healer, I can decrease defense, so let's go ahead and do that to the guy in the front. Also, the reason you have range is because I could not do a melee attack on the guy in the back. I'd have to do ranged. So see, blocked by a demon, won't let me do melee attack. But I go ahead and do a ranged attack. I don't know what kind of gun he has, but that is awesome. Yep, go ahead, shoot that. So ammo is limited per battle. As you see, like, he had 2 shots, she has 4. I could use all 4 in this battle, and that's all I'm going to have for this fight. But once the battle's over, you automatically have your ammo replenished. But yeah, go back to attack, finish this guy off. You can see Ramona has a status effect on her, which doesn't let me see. Well, that's battle speed. Talking to me about the different immunities. But yeah, so it's pretty much just like Persona, where everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. With the enemy, this one being weak against fire, weak against wind, and strong against electricity. So obviously, when I attack this one, I wouldn't use electricity. She can't do an elemental attack. I'm just going to guard with her. And I could use attacks with him. You see, he has electricity. We already learned that the broccoli is strong against it, so let's use some wind. It's not actually an attack. This one just applies woos. What woos is basically, hey, now they can't do magic attacks. All right. And in there, when I won, it said, enemies subdued, none. Subdued is, back to another Persona comparison. If you knock down every enemy, like not knock out, but just knock them down, hit them with a status effect that like gets them stuck, or if I woozed them all, if I paralyze them all or something like that, they all get knocked down. You could do like the all-out attack like you do in Persona, where everybody just jumps in and beats the crap out of them. And this one, you also have the option to subdue, which then you can just actually capture a demon, and you'll be able to, let me get over to one. Everybody has their main demon they start off with. Like mine was the Noble Beast. She has the Mistress of Puppets, the Aztec Warlord, and then Chester started off with the T-Rex 10,000. But then I subdued a Jersey Dragon, and now he has 2. So he gets the extra boost from it, which we can see if I take this off. Oh, my game is just lagging on me. Yeah, you can see there. I'm going to equip it to Hugo. He's not going to have much of a change here, but you'll see that he has to have a no change. What I could get is Strength +2, Magic +3, something like that. The only one actually affected that I saw when I put it on at first was Chester. As you see there, it changes his magic, boosts it up a little bit, and raises his agility. So it just seemed like the best choice. Put it on the guy who actually has an effect on. Yeah, as you go through this game, you find a lot of wacky demons. Most of them are, there's a lot of food-based ones, and then other ones based off like actual demonology, which is pretty interesting. Okay, so I get up to this blocked off passage. And as my characters are talking, like I can ask Hugo and Chester to help. They basically come with excuses for why they can't. And then you try to do it. And you're unable to move this beam as well. The beam sitting right behind her. If you move through that, you'd be able to crawl through. So Hugo says, like, hey, basically you need to become stronger. And you can ask, would a couple of workouts help us? We don't have months to spend at the gym. Progress is very fast at first. It's the low base effect. Fast progress sounds great. Okay, let's give it a try. So now I got my new mission. And it's basically, hey, go work out. Which we can see if we go to here, go to the diary, and see what it wants. Working up a sweat. A huge beam is blocking the path to the key. Only brute strength can overcome this obstacle. And brute strength only comes with brute training. So you could sit here and try to grind and see if that solves anything. Unfortunately, what this game wants you to do is go ahead and go back to the gym, which is in the real world. So let me go ahead and get through this. Use my lockpick. See if I get any items. Got some bananas. And some scrap. Okay. So unfortunately, I can't do much more in the dungeon because in order to progress, I have to go work out. So make our way back to a telephone and let's dip. Okay, so we left the dungeon, saw that my mission was working up a sweat, went ahead, went to the gym, and oh, it's closed. Open 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. So I guess that means for the night, just head back home, and I'll have to come back here tomorrow. All right, a little bit of time before bed. So I'm going to go ahead and try to finish some more reading. I won't get through much. Another 28 minutes. Yeah, a great thing in my opinion about the time system and this not being an actual timed game, because like Persona, you do have hard dates you have to meet. If you don't do something by X date, you're going to fail. This one, though, that's all purely narrative. So I could sit here and for a couple days do nothing but read and get through a bunch of books, increase my stats. If you like to grind on things, that's a version of grind in this game. So, I mean, go for it. But for now, we're going to go ahead and go to sleep, get back up in the morning. It's probably not going to be raining, so I'm going to have to go water my plants, and then I go hit up the gym. Yeah, no rain. Yay. Get some cabbage. Okay, planting's all done. I'm going to go ahead and go there. I am lazy, so I'm just going to go ahead and fast travel to it. Which is nice. If you have a mission, just pull up your map, fast travel to it. I mean, you could walk. It only takes a couple minutes. But, you know, for the sake of the video, let's go ahead and fast travel. Okay. Hello, is this your first time here? No, I mean, yes. I mean, right. This is my first time here. So yeah, another thing, besides having depression, she's also socially awkward, which I like about her. All right, it's great that you finally come to correct that oversight. Here you can achieve power that your father never dreamed of in exchange for time and money. So let's see, it'll cost you 10 cents. And then just a quick little montage. Just like working, you don't really do anything. You just go there, you watch the little animation, you gain your stats, and move on with life. All right, I still have time. I'm going to go work really quick, and that'll be my day. And then I'll end up going back to the dungeon. And from that point on, I'll carry on with the story. But yeah, this was just more of a look of it, of the more mundane side of this game, because if I can't sell you on the mundane side of it, you're not going to like the action side of it, is my opinion. You like a game for the whole game and not just highlights of it, in my opinion, at least for a cozy game. Cozy games are more the mundane stuff anyways. But yeah, that was Bloomtown, a different story. And yeah, if you're a fan of Persona-like games, definitely check this one out. It is well worth your time. It's very fun. It's not that expensive. It's an indie game. I mean, support indie studios, ones that put out quality work. But yeah, let me know what you think about this. If you want, I could show more of the action side of it. I showed one battle. I didn't want to spend too much time just doing turn-based battles over and over for you guys, but at least you guys got the concept of it, that it's very Persona-like and just genuinely fun, charming game. But yeah, let me know what you think, and like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, share our content, and until next time, you take care. Hey, thanks for watching.
Give us a like if you enjoyed it, and dislike it if you didn't.
Let us know what you think about the channel.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Tell your mom.